Let's talk about your breast. A different kind of podcast presented to you by The Rose, a breast center of excellence and a Texas treasure. You're going to hear frank discussions about tough topics, and you're going to learn why knowing about your breast could save your life. Today we have with us Freddy Cruz, and he is the founder of Speak Podcasting. But we know Freddy for a very different kind of reason. Now, he's also our producer of Let's Talk About Your Breast. But we first met Freddy 6-7 years ago when he became our first MC of our annual shrimp boil. And before that, Freddy, we'd never had an MC.
I learned that fact today, and I am honored. And also frightened. Oh, my goodness, I'm your first MC. Well, actually, I would have been frightened. I would have been nervous. Freddy, you are our first MC. Don't screw it up.
Oh.
I would have been like, oh, no.
Yeah, in front of about 800 people that you were talking to.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing, is that the Pasadena Convention Center is huge. I never would have guessed that there are 800 people. Yeah. So now I know that I am definitely comfortable speaking in front of 800 people.
Yes, you are.
Less than 20.
You brought such energy to the shrimp boil, and we finally had someone to really thank our sponsors in a very professional way. Honestly, I'm not just telling you this. It was great to have you there.
Thank you.
Today, I want you to talk about give us some insight into this event.
Well, I got to say that the shrimp boil is not like any other charity event that I've ever been to.
And you've been to some.
I've been to quite a few, and it's just the energy when you walk into the building, when everyone's there, is just something that is indescribable. It's like you walk into a big space and all you feel is love. Mm-hmm. And that's from the first year all the way down to this most recent year. It's just nothing but love. And you feel it, but then you also see it, because there are people from all walks of life, all just different backgrounds and different careers, and we all look different and different religions and whatnot, but none of that matters, because we're all there to support the women in our lives, and men too, because men get breast cancer, right. But all the people in our lives, our parents, our grandparents, our sisters, our friends, our coworkers, all the people that we hear about, the different stories on Let's Talk About Your Breasts, we're there to support these people, because breast cancer is not just October when everybody wears pink and has ribbons and colors their hair. Mm-hmm. It's something that is year-round, and oftentimes these women who can't even afford the most basic care, a mammogram, this is what you all do. And so this kind of event supports that cause, and that's why it's just wild and crazy, and it's an honor to be a part of it every single year.
Oh, thank you, Freddie. You know what my favorite memory would always be of the shrimp bowl is that people bring desserts, cakes, cookies, the most incredible brownies.
Yes.
Upside down cake. What is it? Pineapple upside down cakes?
Mm-hmm,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which go for a lot of money.
Right.
And then they'll bring these, donate them to us, and then they'll go back and buy them. I mean, I couldn't get over that in the beginning. I kept thinking, you brought this, but now you're buying it. It's just one of the ways the community supports the Rose. And it really is a community event. So, like you said, people from all walks of life, there to have fun, to buy something.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and the auction itself is gargantuan. It seems like every year they're up in the ante with what your team is able to
right.
come up with. Experiences with football franchises and tours of whatever and tastings.
Boating and all of those different things, yes.
And what was it, a $5,000 quilt one year?
Actually, one year it sold for $10,000.
Okay, that was what it was.
Yeah.
A quilt.
But regularly it's about $5,000. But that year it was just amazing.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And today I learned the fun fact that at one of your first shrimp boils, y'all had trouble keeping the shrimp cold.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, we would go to Kemah. Now, remember, we went down to Kemah. We had these ice chests, and we'd pack them all in there. And I remember somebody riding in the back of the truck. I know you couldn't do that now, but they were trying to keep the lids on them because they were all borrowed or old. And then after we get it there and we'd keep it cold, then you had to boil it. And now the hot shrimp went back into those ice chests and destroyed them. I mean, we were always replacing ice chests. You know, it took us a while, but we found a different way to do that.
A different system.
Right. We deheaded them. We shucked corn. We cleaned potatoes, all of those different things to have our first shrimp boils.
Back in the first days of it, and when you're talking about shucking corn, you and volunteers doing one by one.
Oh, yeah.
By one, like the shrimp.
Oh, and we'd have to be real careful that we didn't leave any shrimp heads anywhere because they could smell terrible at the hole we were using. Now, those I can't imagine us doing all that, but, you know, it hasn't changed all that much. We now have amazing cookers, and we get our shrimp in a very different way. We're not driving to Kemah, but they are great shrimp. And everybody always talks about the food.
Yeah.
They always say, wow, that is the best shrimp I've ever had.
Mark Meeker and his team do a fantastic job every single year. Yeah. I could eat a bucket of the shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's really that good. I don't know that I've ever asked you this, but what made you want to do a shrimp boil to begin with?
Well, my ex-husband had won a small bass boat at a golf tournament for a hole-in-one.
Okay.
And, of course, I didn't know first that he was at a golf tournament that day. He was a very good golfer, and he was the only one that got a hole-in-one, but neither of us liked anything to do with boating. Huh. So here we had this boat, and he kept saying, we could sell it for the rose. I said, okay. I was at one of the support groups, and there was about 25 people there, and I'm telling him, yeah, we have this boat. We want to find a way to use it. And Jim Anderson said, well, we could sell raffle tickets. Now, I didn't understand anything about raffles at that time. I didn't know how any of that fundraising worked. I had come from corporate America.
Okay.
So it wasn't in my veins to do all this. He said, yes, we'll go to all the bars and we'll sell them for $5 a piece. And I said, oh, no, they'll never sell for $5 a piece. Well, he raised about $7,000 with that shrimp.
That's a lot of money back then.
But then we had to have an event. So they came up with the shrimp boil idea.
Oh, okay.
See, it's always been someone in the community running that show, not us.
But that's how the star was born. All right.
And now it is, 36 years old? Annually, we do it every year, and it is probably our mainstay. It is one of the most fun, raises a lot of money, gives you a great thing to do on an afternoon.
Yeah.
And we think for a very good cause.
For an amazing cause, and what is so unique about the shrimp boil is that it's I like galas. I'm just going to say it. I know some people have a way of thinking, oh, they're snooty, they're stuck up, whatever. I think these kind of events support great causes, and they're absolutely necessary. What sets the shrimp boil apart from an event like a black tie event is that everybody is welcome, and there is a set structure to it, but people kind of come and go as they wish. It's like there's a structure, there's a schedule to it, but it's like it's liquid.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some people just come for the silent auction or the real auction. Some come to eat. Some come for the whole thing. And half the time, they're still there as we're closing up, and they're helping us clean up.
Yes.
Now, you talk about a community.
Right.
I mean, they are just amazing.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. June 21st. Yes, June 21st.
We're trying to remember here. But it's from 4 to 8. It is, like Freddie said, come and go, come casual, come to have fun, come to see other people who really do understand what the Rose is doing and want to help.
Absolutely. And don't forget, y'all, 3 insured women helps 1 uninsured woman get a critical screening, and not just women, men.
Men too.
Men too.
Right. Thanks, Freddie.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for joining us today on Let's Talk About Your Breasts. This podcast is produced by Speak Podcasting and brought to you by The Rose. Visit therose.org to learn more about our organization. Subscribe to our podcast, share episodes with friends, and join the conversation on social media using hashtag Let's Talk About Your Breasts. We welcome your feedback and suggestions. Consider supporting The Rose. Your gift can make the difference to a person in need. And remember, self-care is not selfish. It's essential.